So you might be asking yourself, how often should I take rest days? What should my rest days look like? What should I do? How do I recover properly? How do I not get sucked into this whirlpool of resting? Because there's two sides to it. And like I said, I think both sides have it misunderstood. Hey, what's up? What is going on? Welcome to the Risen Fallen Podcast. I am your host, Mark Hendrickson, and if you are brand new to this podcast, then what you can expect is open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and how to get your life moving in the right direction. If you feel like you're not confident, you feel like you're not where you want to be, the vision of yourself that you have in the future is distant from where you are right now, at least knowing and having the confidence knowing that you are getting one step closer to who you'd like to be in the future every single day. And if you're not new to this podcast, if you're a returning listener or viewer, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast audio version, then I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for coming back, supporting the show, supporting the idea, supporting the notion of making yourself 1% better, faster, stronger, smarter, more patient, more compassionate every single day. And along the way, lifting other people up as well. And so if you're down for that message, you're going to enjoy this podcast. Whether you're brand new to this podcast or not, I just want to say you are the reason that I do what I do. Yes, you watching this or listen to this right now, you. So you are a very important person. Happy Monday. Happy Monday morning if you're listening to the audio version of this. Happy Monday evening if you're watching this on YouTube when it drops. 5 a.m. for audio, 5 p.m. for video, Mondays and Thursdays. Happy Monday morning. It is a good day today. I'm feeling good. It's actually Sunday as I'm recording this, and so we're ready to rock and roll. We are fresh with this content, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if you do enjoy it, if you actually do enjoy this podcast, then my one request is, if you're watching this on YouTube, actually, if you listen to this, no matter what, my request to you is this. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and follow the podcast, rate it 5 stars, leave a little review on Apple Podcasts. All of those things help boost me in the algorithm and help boost this message out to more people that need to hear it. How's everybody doing today? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee right now, and we're all going to get in this same mindset, grounded in growth and development and just making our lives a little bit better. So I'm going to take a sip of coffee. I encourage you to take a sip of coffee, take a sip of water. If you got nothing in front of you, take a breath, but let's all just get grounded and focused in this moment, and we are going to take a breath together. So I'm going to take a sip. Let's rock and roll. Oh, I love coffee. It is a beautiful summer day right now. I'm sitting here in my office. It's pretty warm. I got a fan on me, and I'm looking out the window. It's a gorgeous summer day, and it's Sunday today. Today is the day of rest, the Lord's Day. And I feel like rest days get completely misunderstood on both sides of the spectrum when it comes to self-development and mental health and fitness and health and wellness and everything along those lines. The idea of rest days and taking a day of rest is completely misunderstood by both sides. There's one side that says, hey, I think you should kick back and relax. You deserve the rest. You deserve the chill time. You don't need to work so hard. What are you, crazy? What are you not human? Are you not normal? Take some rest. Kick back. Take your shoes off. Stop worrying. Stop working. Just chill. Have you tried manifesting? Have you tried meditating on it? Have you tried just pray on it and then just don't worry about the work? It'll get taken care of tomorrow. And then there's the other side that says, you don't need to rest. You don't need to recover. That's bitch shit. You don't need that. There's no reason to ever rest. I never sleep. I never rest. All I do is work. All I do is work out. All I do is pursue my goal. And if you're not doing that, you obviously don't want your goal. You obviously don't want it bad enough. You just kind of want it. That's like that old saying. If you've seen that video, you get who I'm talking about. Eric Thomas, E.T. baby. Anyways, completely misunderstood on both sides. There is definitely a time and place for a rest day. And I think that some people I'm going to have to explain that to a little bit more. And some people are like, yeah, preach. I get you. I need rest. And that's why I say, like many other ways, like many other things in this world, rest days usually fall in this gray area of the in-between. And if you look at, from a religious standpoint, there's the idea that God took a rest day. That's the Sabbath. And, every single religious or spiritual path leads you to some sort of a resting time, a time where work isn't supposed to be done. Something like a Sabbath, where there's a day that you don't use electronics, you don't get worried about work, you don't do laborious stuff, you just let your body and mind rest. And instead of, consistently leeching and sucking in all this information and entertainment and work and priorities, just grounding yourself and allowing yourself the time to recover, rejuvenate, etc. And there's a reason, in my opinion, why every single spiritual or religious background has this in its doctrine. The idea behind it is pretty obvious. If you don't rest, you don't recover, you're going to burn out. You're going to have issues in your life. And so obviously, even if you don't subscribe to any spiritual beliefs or religion or anything like that, you might be asking yourself, well, do I still need rest? Do I still need to recover? And obviously that is in our genetic code as well. There's different, your hormones are on certain cycles depending on your gender. You have a circadian rhythm where you have hormones producing max amount of energy at certain times and minimal amounts of energy, or even sleep and recovery hormones at different times telling your body to hit the brakes no matter what. There's scientific and religious and spiritual evidence that obviously there needs to come a time where we rest, where we recover. And what resting and recovery looks like even is going to look different for everybody as well. And the idea that I want to convey is that, yes, rest is necessary. It needs to be a priority. It needs to be something that is scheduled in, and it needs to be something that is actually going to make you recover. So you might be asking yourself, how often should I take rest days? What should my rest days look like? What should I do? How do I recover properly? How do I not get sucked into this whirlpool of resting? Because there's two sides to it. And like I said, I think both sides have it misunderstood. There's the one demographic of people that are rest advocates, and they think it's okay to rest whenever your body demands it, whenever your mind demands it, whenever you just feel low energy, whenever you feel down, whenever you're in the dumps. And then there's the other side that says you don't need to take rest days at all. You don't need to rest whatsoever. And so my answer to the people that think that rest is something that should be impulsive, and you should listen to your body, and you should listen to your mind, you should listen to your burnout, etc., I would say you probably need to be more disciplined and diligent on your work. Prioritize your rest, schedule it in, whether it's once a week or once every 10 days or once every 2 weeks or once every month, whatever it could be. Schedule in your little rest day whenever it is, whatever frequency you work with best. I usually go on a weekly basis. And know in your heart and in your mind and in your body and in your soul that Sunday is the day of rest, or whatever day works best for you. For me, it's Sunday. And every other day when I feel like I'm burnt out, feeling low energy, feeling like I can't take it anymore, feeling like I'm going to get burnt out or anything like that, I tell myself, hey, Sunday is only 2 days away, 3 days away, whenever. I know that my rest is scheduled for, so I'm just going to keep grinding right now, and it's a work day. It's a heavy load day, and we're just going to take care of this heavy load, knowing that my rest is going to be taken care of for me. I'm going to be good. And the other side of it, the team no sleep, the no rest, the all work, all hustle, hardest working person in the room, whatever, fucking ice cold plunge in the morning, fucking up at 4 o'clock in the morning type of dudes that don't need any rest. You know, rest is like anything else in your life that's going to take care of you. And these are the same people that understand these concepts very well, the following concepts very well that I'm going to discuss. So this should be a no-brainer. These are the same people that understand the concept of, if you don't prioritize your health, if you don't prioritize your work, if you don't prioritize these things, you're going to end up having a shitty outcome in the end. You know, these are the people that understand, you know, if I don't work out, if I don't stay mobile, if I don't stay strong, I don't stay flexible, and I don't stay ready for anything, then I'm going to pay for it with my health in the long run. If I eat like shit and I'm eating a million cheat meals, then I'm going to pay for it in the long run with my mental and physical health. But they seem to have a misunderstanding when it comes to rest as well. They think that they don't need rest. They could rest when they're dead, whatever it could be. But the quality, there's a certain law in physics called the law of diminishing returns. And this exists in everything in life. And if you keep trying to pick fruit from the same tree all the time, then eventually that tree is going to run out of fruit. And I think it's important for us to understand that there needs to be a portion of time where you stop working and rest and refresh your body and your mind, so that when you are working, the quality of your work and the returns from your work are going to increase. And look, I'm not an advocate for either side. I'm not an advocate for absolutely no rest, and I'm not an advocate for resting every single day. That's why I say that rest needs to become a priority, so that you don't have to think about it. You don't have to think, oh, is today a rest day? No, you know specifically what day you're going to be resting. So that's 6 days of the week. You can hustle hard. You can get after it. You can grind. You can get your shit done. You don't have to worry, oh, should I take this rest day? Should I take this day? Should this be my rest day? Should I just chill out on Tuesday? Should I just chill out on Thursday? I'm feeling a little bit tired. It's been a long week. Whatever dialogue you have internally, if you set a time for yourself specifically to rest, 1 day a week or once every 10 days or every 2 weeks, whatever your schedule needs and whatever your body and brain need, whatever it is for you, set a cadence for yourself so that you understand when work time is work time and rest time is rest time. Don't conflate the two. Just prioritize them and structure your life so that you know when it's time, and your body and your brain and your mind can all unite as one and understand this is work time, this is rest time. So the question really comes down to, after that, what should my rest days look like? And I'm not saying I'm a perfect human being. I'm not saying that I've got it all figured out. But personally, my rest days are pretty laid back. There's typically no work. Like, I don't work in construction. I don't do anything. I maybe take care of some chores. But it's a pretty laid back day in terms of thinking about business, thinking about anything like that. I do usually do a bit of work on the podcast, but personally, it doesn't really feel like work to me. I enjoy just sitting here and talking. I do it after my journaling. It's part of my reflection routine. But I don't do much physical work on my rest day. Essentially, the only thing I do, I go for a little jog in the morning, and I do a little bit of stretching. Maybe I lift a little bit of weights, like maybe a 40-minute weight workout or body weight stuff. But in terms of exercise, in terms of work, it's pretty slim. It's pretty much just what I call active recovery. It's a little bit of blood flow, get my mind going in the morning, maybe a little bit of stretching, a little bit of body weight exercises just to maintain some stuff and work on my insufficiencies. No real work, just maybe chores, meal prep, setting up my week, making sure that I am able to, again, mentally rest and physically rest, allowing my body to get the rest that it needs, and taking care of all the little things in my life so that my mind can be at ease as well, making my to-do lists, my checklists, and journaling and reading and seeing some family. That's basically what my rest days look like. A little bit of exercise, a little bit of work on the podcast, but mostly taking care of little chores that I've neglected throughout the week, making to-do lists so that my week looks pretty structured, and I know that I don't have to be anxious throughout the day, throughout the week, just ticking all the boxes I possibly can. And every other day other than that is waking up early, getting some work done, working all day in construction, coming home and training in jiu-jitsu and spending as much time as I possibly can with Teddy. And that's what 6 out of 7 of my days look like. They're very fast-paced, very physically demanding, very mentally demanding. Takes a big tax on my patience level and my compassion. And the only thing that really pushes me through each one of these weeks when I'm going through a tough week where my energy levels are low, my patience is low, I'm feeling burnt out, I'm feeling run down, knowing that I'm going to have that day of rest on Sunday. That's personally when I like to do my rest days. I know that my body's going to be able to recover, my sore muscles, my sore joints are going to be able to recover. My mind is going to be able to recover. I'll be able to relax, kick back, maybe take a nap, rest, and just make sure that I'm well fed and taken care of. And so that's my personal routine. And I'm not trying to push it on anybody else. I'm just telling you what it is, because I think that the two main things that you could pull from that are prioritizing your rest so that you know when it is and when work time is. And the other thing is not allowing your rest days to compromise the following day. And examples of that could be, some people think that when they take a rest day, it's time to drink a bottle of wine, eat a bunch of pizza and ice cream, and they're like, oh, it's my rest day, it's my cheat day, I stack those on the same day, and then you have a huge sugar rush, a huge sugar crash, you feel like garbage, it maybe messes up your resting, it messes up your sleep, you don't get a good rest, you don't get a good sleep, and then you're starting off your day one of the 6 days of grinding if you're on a weekly basis. You're starting your day one needing another rest day, because on your rest day, you really didn't rest. You didn't do anything that's going to make you feel rejuvenated and better. And so not allowing your rest day to become a gluttonous day where you just feel like a slob afterwards. And then when it's time to work, you need another rest day because you've abused your body and abused your mind. Not sitting there scrolling on Instagram on your rest day, not sitting there just watching TV shows, not sitting there indulging and consuming bad foods and bad information and mindless information, but actually putting your phone away and getting in touch with nature, getting in touch with some of your personal emotions, some of the things that you're dealing with, being grounded and maybe sitting in that stuff for a bit and allowing yourself to sit in silence and enjoy the process of development, which is difficult sometimes. And that's what I mean by you have to actually prioritize your rest and make sure that you're actually resting and recovering and rejuvenating yourself, as opposed to taking another day that you're going to need to recover from. And so what does this mean for Monday? Because obviously not a lot of people have Monday as a rest day. This means right now, as an exercise today, what you can do as it's Monday right now, we're starting off the week. It is your plan of attack right now. I want you to plan out your next rest day, when that's going to be, and what you're going to do to allow your mind and your body to recover. And maybe on that rest day, you can plan out what the next days of work are going to look like, maybe 6 days of work, hard work, and actually bust your ass for those 6 days so that you actually deserve a rest day again. And then repeat that cycle. 6 days or 7 days or whatever days you have of work, grind your fucking ass off, and then prioritize rest, recovery for 1 day, and then 6 days, sprint. The idea behind it is short sprints. The idea behind it is sprints as far and as hard as you can get, and then take a day to rest and recover so that you can go hard again. That is all I got. I hope that you guys are doing well. I will check in with you on Thursday. If you enjoy this content, you feel like somebody needs to hear it, share this with them. Other than that, we still have the in-person meetups, the Risen Fallen hikes, the Risen Fallen like meetups that we do in person. Sometimes we go on hikes, we go for nature walks, we go for coffee, grab a little coffee at a coffee shop. And we also have the in-person that's what I'm talking about, the in-person meetups. We also have the group chat on Telegram, so you can get connected with the community. We have daily conversations there as well. If you're interested in learning more about that, reach out to me at Risen Fallen on Instagram. If you're interested in looking at the hoodies and tees to support the show even more, you can see them on risenfallen.com. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good week. I will check in with you on Thursday. I'm ready to rock and roll, and I hope you are as well. Much love and peace out, you beautiful human beings. Bye.